Evelyn to Phil, June 9th, 1941, 8:15 p.m. My dearest Phil, after your departure, Jack and I were safely deposited at 52nd and Market Streets by the Glazers. While in the car, we decided to go to the Belmont to see Primrose Path and Lone Wolf Takes a Page 2 trip. It was exactly 9:45 when we reached the Belmont. Too late. Primrose Path had but 20 minutes to go. We went right back home. Mom and Tante Shuge didn't go to the movies after all. Jack and I, age 3, had malteds at Sam's, and then I hit the hay. Today Lil met me at 12:15 and insisted upon treating me to a decent lunch, as she called it. Immediately after lunch, I took her up to the restroom at the Morris, page 4 building, where we relaxed and gabbed about unimportant things. Lil begged me to come out for supper, but I refused. However, the thought of being alone made me reconsider. So here I am, sweet, writing to you. 5. While Lil is busily occupied cleaning up the mess. Lil finally took her wristwatch out of the pawn shop. Finally, I hope. We also now have in our possession one genuine Vivian Lee Gone with the Wind, page 6, patchwork quilt. Lil got it from a patient who makes them. It's very, very attractive. It is very colorful, having various tones of red, pink, blue, and green blended together and fashioned into designs against a white background. Maybe, page 7, I'm prejudiced, but I think no quilt has oomph unless you're under it with me. Ditto Lil. Eddie has promised to drive me home. One day away from you has passed into oblivion, bringing, page 8, you just a little closer to the one who loves you dearly, your wife, Ev. P.S. I didn't forget the stamps. Philip to Evelyn, Monday, June 9th, 6:30. My dear, last night when the train started so suddenly and tore you away from me before we had a chance to wish each other a decent auf Wiedersehen, I was so mortified I wanted to yell out my disappointment. I felt if I would that some of the heaviness that came into my chest would be dispelled. Sam and I kept walking through the train until we found seats. The air-conditioned car was so cool that I felt my cold getting rapidly worse. By the time we reached camp, I was pretty well congested and feared that I would be pretty sick this morning. However, my apprehensions were groundless, for I awoke feeling pretty good. We were up a half hour earlier this morning, 4:30 a.m., because there were a lot of details to be attended before we left for the range. We spent the whole day there, and it wasn't half bad. As a matter of fact, I almost enjoyed it. Incidentally, I'm still looking for the guy who made a better score than I. Of course, there were a few, but the only one I've heard was the 51 that West, the ex-Marine, shot. My score was 41 out of a possible 60, which for a rank novice like myself is pretty fair shooting. Tomorrow we shoot rapid fire, and just between you and me, I don't think I'll do so good at that. However, I'm going to be trying my best. Tonight we're going to be pretty busy cleaning up, but if we finish in time, Sam and I may take in a movie. The chances are, though, we won't. There isn't much else I can write, dear, except to apologize for forgetting to give you the candy. If you could see how much we appreciate these sweets, I know you'd forgive me. Lil's candies haven't arrived yet. Page 2. Did you and Jake get to a movie? How did Mom like The Dictator? Ed's yelling for his pen, so I'll sign off for tonight with love to all. Yes, you too, sweet. Your Phil. P.S. Please don't forget to remember the stamps. Thank you.